So, I mean, I guess if somebody wants to argue that Marvin Harrison is the hands down best, that's fine. This dude's the second best, and he's a believable game playmaker on the field. So I think that the Chargers and Justin Herbert, especially, is very, very happy with the selection of Malik Nabors at 5.
Yeah, and I actually want to speak to that draft tidbit in terms of past drafts. Now, the first receiver to go in last year's draft, I remember there was a late run, but where did that start again? Do you remember?
Nah, not without looking at it. I would need to confirm it. But I mean, I'm going to say that the first wide receiver selected was in the teens.
Yeah, I got it
Probably.
right. I got it right here. So it was actually JSN at 20.
Mm,
So
mm.
that's kind of easy. Like, yeah, he would have been the best there. But in the 2022 draft, the first receiver
That's
was
Chris
taken.
Olave. I'm saying that's the draft with Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson,
Oh,
Drake
yeah,
London.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Drake London was taken at 8. Olave, Garrett Wilson at 10, then Olave at 11. I mean, you think that's what he's referring to as well? Because last year saying that he would
yeah.
be number
I
one
do.
is kind of easy.
Well, he
Okay.
said in the last few drafts he would have been the number one wide receiver. And there are teams. I'm not saying there's teams that are able to select these guys, but there are teams that have graded Malik Nabors higher than Marvin Harrison Jr. Not saying that
Which is
they're
fair. Which is
downgrading.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, no,
and
no. He
and
is like that.
and even let me see if I can bring it up. But on Dan's big board, Malik Nabors is actually the number 3 player overall on his big board. Caleb Williams is number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. is number 2, and Malik Nabors is number 3. So this isn't really about anybody else. This is more so to like how good Malik Nabors is going to be and how good
I,
he is as a prospect.
out of curiosity, does he have like Marvin Harrison 4th or something or 5th?
He has Marvin Harrison too.
Oh, he has him
Caleb
too. Oh,
Williams.
okay.
Yeah, he has Caleb Williams 1, Marvin Harrison 2, and then he has Malik Nabors 3.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought you were saying he had him before. I just didn't. I guess I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention. But yeah, 6th pick. My Giants already know what I want to do here. Haven't had that marquee true number 1 receiver since Odell. And I think we're in a good position. I wouldn't mind Malik Nabors. Obviously Odell came from LSU. LSU just breeds, elite receivers. So I think Malik Nabors is going to be a hit wherever he goes. But in terms of what we have on the roster right now, we have a 2nd round pick in Wan'Dale Robinson from a couple years back. Slot receiver, he's about 5'8", 5'9". We just drafted Jalen Hyatt in the 3rd last year, and he has a lot of potential. So I say get Rome Odunze, 6'3". Not saying that their games are similar, but just I remember as a kid watching Plexico Burress, Hakeem Nicks, really miss having that big body receiver on the outside, and I think it would complement what we have going on pretty well.
Yeah. And I mean, again, here they're showing him he's getting compared to Justin Jefferson. I mean, yeah, these are kind of really, really high regards, but these players are of that caliber. And when they get selected at whatever pick that they are selected in this draft, they are going to automatically be expected to be wide receiver 1. They're going to attract all the attention, and they're going to have to be playmakers. But I mean, these guys are going to live up to the build. This man is 6'3", 212 pounds. They say he's one of the best red zone threats in the draft. I think that him at 6, I think that's a really, really good pick for the New York Giants.
And the more and more I think about it, like that's whoever's there, unless it's Drake May, don't trade up. Just get him, man. They have him listed, or they're saying shades of a supersized Chris Olave. Another thing that I really like about Rome, and I've been really doing my homework on these wide receiver prospects. I'm sure, Austin, you're probably like this, depending on the needs of the Cowboys. That's probably who you're kind of tuning into in terms of tape, overall info, their background, and all that. So I've been really looking into the receivers. But in terms of the routes that he was running, he ran every route over there at Washington. He ran every route, and that's extremely important. Not a one-trick pony here. I would like to see where Brugler had him on his big board and where he would have went these past 2 years himself. So
I mean, yeah, I can pull up the big board here. That's a problem. I mean, Dane Brugler actually just dropped the Beast, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the Beast is, but it's one of those. Let me see if I can pull it up here. 1 second. But basically, Dan Brugler, he creates a file or a PDF that has every single draft, every single player that's 400 players in the draft. Let me see right here. It's called the Beast. It's like this is the best guide in NFL. I don't
World.
even know. Yeah, I don't even
In
know.
the draft world.
But yeah, we can go to the wide receivers really quick. We could just see where he does have Rome and Duze. Let's see Rome. Let's see where he has him.